Yo, what's good with y'all, man? I appreciate all the love and support as always. I appreciate everybody that continues to like, comment, everybody to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, you've been here more than once, definitely please subscribe. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. I wanted to have a quick conversation with y'all, and I wanted to talk about being discouraged. And I had to have a conversation with myself earlier today as well as over the weekend. I think that you should be having conversations with yourself. Call it crazy. I like to get my thoughts out. Sometimes I talk to myself. It is what it is. I don't care. Anyway, I wanted to talk about being discouraged, and I wanted to tell you, bro, I'm going to say this and I'm going to give some context. Bro, even when you discouraged, just keep working because your time is coming, bro. Don't be so discouraged. And I'm going to give some context, right? And then I'm going to let y'all get to know me a little bit more, and I'm going to talk about myself, and I want y'all to be able to relate and get some game from it. Bro, I'm going to tell y'all, right? With this content creation stuff, and I do things outside of content creation, but with this content creation stuff specifically, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all sometimes it gets discouraging. These numbers sometimes get discouraging. Because content creation is something that it's peaks and valleys, fool. It's like you'll be going up, you'll see the subscribers jumping, you'll see the views jumping, you'll see the likes jumping, the comments, and then you get to a point where you get to a valley and you like, where everybody at? Why I'm not getting the subscribers? Why I'm not, and I'm gonna tell y'all, bro, because I want to win so bad in content creation, and because I want this to work so bad, and I want this, I'm gonna tell y'all, bro, I want this so bad, and that's why I work on it every single day. Because I want it so bad, sometimes I get discouraged, and sometimes I have to snap out of that and tell myself, Lee, just keep working, just keep working. It could be the next video, or it could be the next video, or it could be the next video. It is what it is. Just keep working. You'll get there. You only been doing this for almost a year. Just keep going. And I want to tell y'all, bro, your time is coming just like I know mine is. Right? I think that I'm gonna say this, bro. Don't get caught up in what you see other people doing, and don't ever compare your life to somebody else's, especially not on social media. Because number one, social media, a lot of that stuff don't be real. That's number one. And two, even if it's somebody you know, take inspiration from it, but don't compare your life to nobody else's and think that you should be farther along, because you got to understand everybody has their own path. Everybody's going to have different results. Not everything is going to work for everybody. The way that he did it is not the same way that you're going to be able to do it. It's just what it is. You got to just keep grinding, keep hustling, keep doing what you're supposed to do. But don't get discouraged, especially if you're discouraged because you see somebody else getting a certain amount of subscribers, or you see somebody else's business going crazy, or you see somebody else graduating and getting their degree or whatever it is, or they get this car, or they got a Hellcat, or they got a Mercedes. Man, listen, bro. Especially don't be discouraged because of material things, because that's a whole nother conversation. A lot of the stuff that people be buying, we ain't even gonna get into that. But don't be discouraged, especially if you're comparing yourself to other people. That, I think, is what social media has done to people. And we have now, because people show their lives and people lie a lot too, people compare themselves to those people, and then they get depressed because they're like, bro, I'm working, but I'm not getting there. And I'm going to keep it 100. I don't really compare myself to other people, but I do get discouraged when I don't get the numbers that I think that I want. But I know that I got to keep working. I still tell myself every day, Leak, just keep pushing. It's going to be the next video. Just keep pushing. Bro, don't be discouraged. When you get discouraged, you got to remember your why. You got to remember why you're even putting in this work that you're putting in the first place. Remember why you're doing it. That's why you got to have a strong why. That's why you have to have a purpose, and you have to be focused on your purpose, because even when you get discouraged, you got to keep pushing and keep going. It may take 2 years, bro. It may take 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It is what it is. Because see, the thing is, another thing that we don't do when we start to compare ourselves to other people, we don't see all of the work that they probably put in behind the scenes years before we ever knew who they were. That person that's got a new Rolls Royce, or that person that got a new Mercedes, or that person that got 1 million subscribers, or even 500,000 subscribers, we didn't see all of the nights that they probably stayed up, all of the money that they spent on themselves, all of the things that they've done to pour into what they got going on now. We don't see that part. All we see is the results, and not knowing that it was something that they were doing well before we ever knew who they were, well before they ever touch some money, before they ever touch success. They had to put in the work first. Majority of people don't get things handed to them. Majority. The majority of people that are successful do not get things handed to them. They get out here and they work, they sacrifice, they put it all on the line every single day in order to get to where they're at. And so we can't compare ourselves, and we can't go out here and say, man, I should be there, or I should be this, or I should be that. Man, don't have no envy for nobody, and don't be discouraged, bro. Just keep pushing, keep working, because it can always be the next move that you make. Keep making moves and keep doing what you're supposed to do, because it can always be the next move. It can always be the next move, bro. You cannot ever, don't get discouraged. And when I get discouraged, don't get me wrong, discouragement for me is a temporary thing. I always find a way to snap out of this. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this morning I woke up, fool, and I'm looking at, and I shouldn't have even probably have done this, but I'm looking at numbers. I'm like, man, this ain't hit this many views. I thought this was, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, man, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really feeling these numbers. I'm not really feeling this. I'm not really feeling that. And I feel like, but I know that I've been putting in work. I went to the gym, got that out of my head. I said, let's go. We just about to keep working. Because it's going to be temporary for me. I'm human too. We all can get discouraged, but I'm telling you, don't get discouraged to the point where you're depressed, and don't get discouraged to the point where you're going to quit. Because I'm going to tell y'all, even when I get discouraged, I'm not quitting. I'm not stopping, bro. I'm not stopping. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to stop being consistent. I'm going to keep putting the time in every single day like I'm supposed to. And when it happened for me, it happened for me. I'm going to make 2025 my year. And you can do the same thing. Your time is coming. You got to just put in the work. If you're not putting in the work, and you're not putting in work every single day, I don't care what you're working on. If you're not putting any work every day, I don't even want to hear nothing about being discouraged, because you probably ain't even done enough. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. I'm going to keep putting in work every day. I'm not stopping. I don't care if my next video do 1 view. I don't care if my next video do 20 views and it stay there. I'm not stopping, fool. I'm not going to give up. And I'm just talking about content creation specifically, but it's other stuff that I got going on. I'm not going to quit even when I get discouraged. Quitting is never on my mind. Quitting is never on my mind, fool. Like stopping and not doing what I'm supposed to do is never on my mind. I'm going to keep doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to let discouragement depress me. I'm not going to get into a depressing state, and now I'm stopping, and now I'm not being consistent, and now I'm not doing this. All right, I'm just going to figure out how I can do better. If I'm talking about content specifically, all right, bet, how can I elevate the content? How can I make people want to keep coming back to view? How can I make people want to subscribe? I'm just going to figure it out, but I'm not going to let these discouraging thoughts and these discouraging moments control me and make me feel like, oh man, I really, I want to be like this. Man, I'm not worried about being nobody else. I want to be me. I want what's for me. And I'm going to get on my knees every day and night, and I'm going to pray to God. And I'm going to thank him first and foremost. And I'm going to pray to God that he gives me the tools that I need to get to the point where I'm trying to go. I'm going to ask him to give me the tools that I need to become the best version of myself. And that's how I'm going to get to where I want to get to. I'll be looking at my subscribers sometimes like, hey, I'm still at 3,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think I should be a little bit higher than that. But you know what? Keep pushing. Keep pushing. I can't compare myself to people that got 200,000, 300, 400,000. I ain't there yet. But I didn't see all of the work that they put in. And you don't see all the work that whoever you comparing yourself them put in. You don't see all that work. And so I be having to check myself sometimes, and I be having to tell myself, keep working. Lee, keep working. Keep pushing. Keep doing what you're supposed to do. Your time is coming. You will get to where you're trying to go, because your why is strong enough. You chasing your purpose every single day. You putting the work in. And as long as you keep putting the work in, it's going to happen for you. I just did a whole video. Bro, I just did a whole video. I don't know if I posted it yet because I just did it. I just did a whole video on how I went from 120 pounds to 166 pounds. I gained about 50 pounds, and that journey took a couple of years. And I'm trying to tell y'all, it was not easy, but I was intentional about it. I was focused. I did what I was supposed to do day in and day out. I showed up for myself day in and day out. And I'm here now, and I'm still not where I want to be. I'm still grinding, still hustling, still struggling sometimes trying to get to where I'm trying to go. I'm not going to let discouragement beat me. I'm not going to let discouragement defeat me. That's just a feeling. In my opinion, bro, that's just like an emotion. Like, that ain't something that is going to last. And that's not something that's going to make such an imprint on me that I stop doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So you know what? Sometimes I'll be like, you know what, Leak, stop looking at them numbers, bro. Stop worrying about them numbers. Just keep pushing. Just keep making videos. Just keep doing what you got to do. You will get to the point that you're trying to go. And so I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, whoever's watching this, whoever need to hear this, man, forget that discouragement. Just keep pushing. That's why I'm going to keep it 100, bro. That's exactly why. And I don't know if I've said this on this video before. I mean, on these videos before. I don't believe in motivation. And not that I don't believe in it, but I don't believe in having to be motivated to get up and go. I don't believe in that. I believe in consistency, because consistency is what's going to take you to where you're trying to go before motivation, because motivation is a feeling. That is not something that you're going to feel every single day. I don't feel motivated every single day, bro. Some days when I get up in the morning, I'm not like, oh my God, my alarm clock go off at 5 o'clock and I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go. It don't be like that. I'm going to stay consistent to get to where I'm trying to go. That's what it is. Consistency is what's going to carry me. Consistency is what's going to get me to where I'm trying to go. I'm not worried about motivation. I don't believe in motivation. Bro, I used to be one of those people that got to listen to a motivation. Ain't nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with this. But I had to listen to a motivational video to get up and go and to get up and start going and stuff like that. But now it don't matter to me. I am built off of consistency. I am worried about and focused on consistency. I'm not worried about nothing else. Consistency, bro. Consistency is what's going to take you to where you're trying to go. And so when I get discouraged, that's what I think about. I start thinking about, all right, bet. If I was able to get from 120 to 166, I should be able to get from 3,000 subscribers to 20,000 and 20,000 to 50,000 and so forth and so on. I'm not stopping, bro. I'm not stopping. I'm not giving up. I'm not taking no breaks. I'm not, oh man, I'm not doing none of that. I'm just going to keep pushing, fool. Ain't nothing going to stop me. No state of mind is going to stop me. Nothing on this earth, nothing in my brain, because that's the thing. You got to learn how to control your thoughts and control what's going on in your head, because if you don't, you're going to quit, you're going to fold. And I'm not folding, fool. I'm not folding for nobody. I'm not folding for nothing. I'm going to keep pushing. Don't worry about being discouraged. Even when you get discouraged, work anyway. Work extra hard when you get discouraged. Go to the gym. Figure it out. Figure out whatever you got to do to get the thoughts out of your head, bro. It's grind time. Let's grind. Let's grind, bro. I'm not worried about getting discouraged, man. Go read something. Go watch a video. Go do something to figure it out. Just get through that, because what people do is they let them discouraging thoughts hinder them and stop them from being consistent. You can't do that. You can't do that. You got to keep pushing even when you don't want to. You got to keep pushing, fool. You got to keep working. You got to keep hustling. You got to just keep going even when you're discouraged. If anything, when you discouraged and when you don't feel like it, that's when you got to show up for yourself even more. That's when you got to show up even more. I'm going to tell y'all, bro. I was feeling a little discouraged over the weekend. I said, bet I'm going to go harder. I'm just going to go harder, bro. I'm not letting no discouraging thoughts stop me, fool. I'm not. It is what it is. I'm just going to keep working. But that's the thing. That's why I say stop comparing yourself to other people, because your journey is not their journey. Their journey is not your journey. You don't see and you cannot see all of the work and all of the sacrifices that they put in before they got the results. So stop comparing yourself. Just because they drive a Mercedes right now does not mean that it's your time to drive a Mercedes, and you don't even know if they can afford the Mercedes. So you got a discouraging thought based off of something that's not even real. And I'm going to tell y'all, bro, I'm going to go back and watch this video every time I get discouraged. Every time I get discouraged, I'm going to go back and watch my own video, because I know what I'm made of. I know what I'm capable of, and I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm supposed to do. Day in and day out. I don't care nothing about being discouraged no more, bro. I don't care nothing about being depressed. I don't care about none of that. I got goals. I got aspirations, and I got to get there, and I'm going to get there, and that's just what it is. So, bro, if you feeling discouraged, if you feeling depressed, whatever it is, figure out a way to get out of that. Just work harder. And bro, and if you ain't putting in no work, you shouldn't even be discouraged. You should really be mad at yourself. Tighten up, dog. I'm even talking to myself, because I know I'm going to get discouraged again in life, because I'm human. I'm going to come back and watch this video. Leak, work harder. Anybody that's watching this and need to hear this, work harder. You feeling discouraged? Work harder. Figure it out. Sometimes you got to change the strategy. Don't change the goal, but sometimes you got to change the strategy. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this video in the comments. I appreciate y'all, bruh. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. I'm about to make some breakfast so I can get ready for work. I'll see y'all in another one. Love.